Kidney stone nightmare, Misadventures, and medical neglect. I recall a harrowing experience I had in the emergency room last year, where I was left in excruciating pain for an extended period. As someone who has grown up with chronic migraines and severe cramps that often made me vomit, I've become accustomed to managing my pain with medication. However, this particular episode was different. It was 11/10 sharp pain in my side that had me stumbling towards the hospital. I was dizzy, vomiting every few minutes, and even threw up blood at one point. Despite my fragile state, I managed to stumble to my car, but upon realizing I was about to pass out, I called 911 for an ambulance. The paramedics transported me to the hospital with minimal urgency, which only added to my distress. When we arrived at the hospital, I was left on a stretcher in the hallway for 10 minutes before being transferred to a wheelchair and taken into the waiting room. I was mortified that they didn't seem to prioritize my situation, despite my genuine concerns about internal bleeding or a ruptured appendix. The waiting room ordeal lasted 4 hours, with me stumbling to the bathroom to vomit repeatedly and the pain worsening. I tried to maintain some dignity, but it became increasingly difficult as the minutes ticked by. The nurses treated me poorly, dismissing my suffering and seemingly convinced that I was a drug seeker in withdrawal. One of the few redeeming qualities of the experience was the doctor who finally saw me after 5 hours. She administered morphine and anti-nausea medication, which miraculously brought my pain down to a manageable level. The diagnosis turned out to be a kidney stone tearing up my kidney and causing urine retention. It was an unpleasant revelation, but at least it explained why I'd been experiencing such intense pain. Someone with autism, I often struggle to navigate these situations, and the medical professional's lack of empathy only added to my frustration. Looking back on the experience still fills me with anger. I genuinely feared for my life during that prolonged wait, and their dismissive attitude towards my suffering was appalling. The fact that some people might view this as a minor issue or imply that I'm being overly dramatic only fuels my frustration.